is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Governor Tony Evers this evening laying out his vision for Wisconsin for the next 2 years.
The plans announced tonight reflect some of his top priorities for the state through 2023. We have team coverage of tonight's address. Madeline O'Neill is digging into the details of the governor's plans, and Naomi Coles is live at the Capitol with the Republican rebuttal.
Well, let's start with Madeline back in the studio with a closer look at some of the top issues the governor wants to tackle. Maddie?
Well, before tonight, we know Governor Evers had already laid out specifics of a few of his plans, including proposing legalizing recreational marijuana and allowing local governments to increase sales taxes. So tonight, his address focused in on other topics, how to bounce back from the pandemic, but also how to move forward.
Good evening, Wisconsinites.
Governor Evers gave a brief reminder on Tuesday's election, then dove straight into the inevitable.
I know I don't have to tell you how hard this past year has been.
There's no ignoring the pandemic and the financial toll it's taken.
We have a long road ahead of us, and our Main Street businesses need help now.
Evers is putting $200 million in his budget to help small businesses hurt by the pandemic and $100 million for startups. Beyond pandemic recovery, Evers calls this a chance to rebuild things differently.
When this pandemic is over, we could go back to the way things have always been and always have been. Or we can take this moment to demand the future we dream.
As our former state superintendent, his next focus might not surprise you.
It starts with education.
His budget includes increased investment in public school funding, rural schools, special education, and the UW system.
The state will again be investing more GPR dollars annually in the UW system than the Department of Corrections.
Criminal justice reform.
We know our justice system has put a strain on our state.
Another main focus of the governor, as he hoped to address not only racial inequities, but financial concerns.
We can keep our communities safe by holding violent offenders accountable, saving money, and reforming our justice system all at the same time.
His plan calls for major changes to youth and adult corrections and sentencing, investing millions in treatment, diversion programs, and other alternative justice initiatives. Another way he suggests the state rebuild.
And let's get this done.
There is much more to this budget proposal, including a number of climate change initiatives and changes with the unemployment system. We dive into all of that on our website. Now tonight, state Republicans are reacting to Evers' plan. Naomi Coles is live outside the Capitol with what they are saying.
This is a massive $91 billion budget proposal, and it comes with $1 billion in tax hikes just to pay for it. Republicans are saying calling this a liberal wish list, and they say they also didn't get to see it in advance. In a press conference following the governor's address today, they say divisive policies like marijuana legalization and the repeal of Act 10, those things are dead in the water.
But on first brush, it really looks like this is not the Badger bounce back plan, it's the Badger bounce backwards plan. Putting poison pills in the budget, which are things that he clearly knows have zero chance of ever passing a Republican legislature, like the repeal of Act 10 or the legalization of marijuana, really seem to be a way that looks like he's not serious about governing, he's serious about politics.
He's introduced exactly, maybe even worse, budget than he did 2 years ago with.
Important to note, a lot of key proposals here were already rejected by Republicans 2 years ago, like Medicaid expansion, raising the minimum wage, and more. Republican leaders say there are areas of common ground they'll be looking for, things like broadband investments. But policies, for the most part, are going to take a backseat right now as this now goes to the Joint Finance Committee. They're going to be rewriting this over the coming weeks and months before it goes back to the governor's desk. There, he'll have a line item veto to retain.
Naomi and Madeline, thank you both. Earlier today, both the state Senate and Assembly passed a lot of COVID-related bills today, but not all will get the governor's signature. An overwhelming bipartisan majority in the Assembly approved sending millions in state income tax breaks to business owners, most of which will help those who got Paycheck Protection Program loans. And passing in the Senate, other COVID-19 measures would block state and local health officials from mandating a vaccine or blocking public gatherings at places of worship. One setting off a lot of debate, a bill that would ban the state from prioritizing prisoners for the vaccine.
Primary election day in Wisconsin. We do have some of the results. The only statewide race is for nonpartisan state superintendent of public instruction, from 7 candidates down to 2. Deborah Kerr and Jill Underly advancing tonight. Underly, the current superintendent of the Pecatonica School District. Kerr is the former Brown Deer School superintendent. General election set for April 6th. The key Republican primary tonight, 13th Senate District, the former seat of State Senate Majority Leader, now Congressman Scott Fitzgerald. John Jagler advancing with more than 56% of the vote, 57%, with 83% of precincts reporting he'll advance to meet Democrat Melissa Winker in April. There are also 3 Madison Common Council seats up for re-election. Those results and many others, we have those scrolling at the bottom of your screen. You can also find them on channel3000.com and our Channel 3000 News app, which is free to download in your app store.
President Joe Biden making his first official trip as commander-in-chief to Wisconsin tonight, discussing his plan to tackle the pandemic. Brady Mallory has more on the president's town hall-style debate at the Pabst Theater. Brady?
Well, the president is hitting the road to sell his $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package to the American people to bolster the economy and also beat COVID-19. A lot of questions were from his Wisconsin audience, and they centered on returning kids to school. He says should begin with K-8 schools first. That coupled with an increase in vaccine production and distribution. He remains hopeful normalcy is on the horizon, but makes no promises without everyone doing their part.
I think a year from now, when it's 22 below zero here, a year from now, I think that there'll be significantly fewer people having to be socially distanced, have to wear masks, etc. But we don't know. So I don't want to overpromise anything here.
He says as the country works to get people vaccinated, President Biden urges people to keep masking up and to social distance. In working with manufacturers, the president expects 600 million doses of the vaccine to be available by the end of July. Charlotte?
Brady, thank you. And getting a look over downtown Madison tonight, there was a notable warm-up today. Meteorologist Dana Fulton will let us know how long this will stick around. Hi, Dana.
Hey, some good news in our corner for once. No alert days in the forecast as we look ahead through the 10-day. And again, today did feel quite a bit warmer. We started the day off only a few degrees below zero, and those afternoon highs climbing to the teens. Right now, we're right back at that 2 below zero mark for Madison. 1 degree currently in Janesville, 9 in Mineral Point. But notice this is a look at our wind chills currently, and they're right at our temperatures. So that's also a nice change of pace. It's still cold outside, but our wind chills aren't dropping quite as much. Now, we are going to stay cold for the next few days, but it is a little better for us. There will be a few flurries in the forecast for your Wednesday. And by the end of the week, heading into Saturday, we'll get some sunshine back next week. We might see the 30s a few times. We'll take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes.
Dana, thank you. No charges will be filed in the fatal officer-involved shooting from December in Fort Atkinson. It happened December 9th, starting with the police chase. When the suspect's car was disabled by stop sticks, he got out and tried to carjack another vehicle while armed with a handgun. According to squad car video, 7 shots were fired. The district attorney said the officer's actions were lawful and reasonable acts of self-defense. It'll be a long time until we know what caused a small plane to go down today in Rock County, killing 2 people on board. The plane crashed in a wooded area about a mile south of the Southern Wisconsin Regional Airport. Officials say the pilot radioed for help. Emergency crews found 2 people in the plane, both declared dead on scene. The Rock County Sheriff's Office will continue to protect that scene until the NTSB takes over, and that investigation could take up to a year.
A Janesville man has been arrested in connection with a death investigation in Wisconsin Dells. 34-year-old Jeremy Mondi is facing a homicide charge on Sunday. Police were sent to do a welfare check on 2 people staying in a room at the River Inn Resort. When they arrived, officers made contact with the man in the room who said he was okay. Then he was detained after telling police the woman was dead. The victim's name has not been released as her family is requesting privacy.
A little more than 600 new COVID cases in Wisconsin today. The case trend continues to fall while the trend in deaths is staying pretty steady. Another 38 people died today. About 15,000 more people have been vaccinated. The trend of vaccinations continues to slow. A little more than 4% of people have been fully vaccinated across the state. Dane County continues to beat the state's percentage. We're nearly 7% vaccinated in Dane County. Pharmaceutical company Moderna says it has delivered nearly 50 million doses of its COVID vaccine in the U.S. According to Moderna, data from the CDC shows about half of those have been administered. The company expects to deliver 100 200 million doses by the end of March, another 100 million by the end of May, and then another 100 million by the end of July.
Former President Donald Trump is now facing a civil lawsuit in the Capitol riot. The suit accuses him of conspiring with far-right groups, Proud Boys and Oath Keepers, to incite the insurrection. Democratic Representative Benny Thompson from Mississippi filed the complaint in his personal capacity. Thompson cites a post-Civil War law designed to combat intimidation from the Ku Klux Klan in his suit. The suit also names attorney Rudy Giuliani as a defendant. And new tonight, Giuliani is no longer serving as former President Trump's personal attorney. Senior Trump advisor Jason Miller confirmed the news this evening. The former mayor of New York City was outspoken in Trump's attempt to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election. Miller says Giuliani is still an ally and a friend to Trump, but he isn't representing Trump in any pending legal cases.
Still to come tonight, an employee at a local middle school trying something new this Black History Month in an effort to bring awareness to the successes and achievements for Black Americans. Stay with us.
Dear all-wheel drive, I'm your new co-pilot, Camry. Let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, safety's the name of our game. Steady, Camry all-wheel drive.
President's Day deals are on. Get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Camry. Hurry in. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
President's Day means more savings at the Brothers Maine President's Day Super Sale. Get in right now for the sale of the season with more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We've got a lot more satisfaction for you at Maine, like up to 18-month 0% financing and free delivery to make life a little easier. Hey, there's more home satisfaction at the Moore store. The President's Day Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more satisfaction today at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week is new and updated for 2021. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course menu at a special price for dining in at the restaurant or for takeout that you can enjoy at home. Dining with a choice. Don't miss Restaurant Week 2021, February 22nd through the 27th. Brought to you by the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, helping veterans, elderly, and disabled neighbors in need. For Restaurant Week menus and details, visit MadisonMagazine.com.
The Great American Sales Event at your local Ford store has just been extended. Don't miss out on Flex Buy with 0% APR for 66 months plus $1,000 President's Day cash on top of other offers on select SUVs. With added days of deals on America's best-selling brand, now's a great time to buy. Hurry in or shop online before March 1st. Choose Flex Buy in a 2021 Explorer with 0% APR for 66 months plus $1,000 President's Day cash. Hurry, the Great American Sales Event ends soon.
Wednesday morning, a new program trying to help feed struggling Dane County families.
Plus, chocolate treats without the guilt. We'll see if they're the real deal. See you starting at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. Black History Month is more than just talk about slavery or bad things that the Black community has endured throughout history. It should also be about the positives, the successes and achievements of our Black neighbors as well.
One employee at Cherokee Heights Middle School started a Black Student Voices group to teach kids just that. Jamie Perez takes us into their virtual classroom.
If you're always trying to be normal, you'll never know how amazing you can be.
Deontay Pruitt's small class knows this is not a lesson they're graded on.
I found this video. It's like 15 inventions that changed the world, though.
Not a class where they earn points for participation.
All right, what y'all think about that video?
But it is a class where they're learning some important lessons that are not taught in a normal classroom.
I researched great voices of the past, motivational speakers, great quotes from Black people that inspire youth, inspire me, inspire them.
Pruitt knows the importance of Black History Month goes beyond what schools have been teaching in classrooms for years. As someone who never learned about the positives of Black history until a friend taught him in college, he wants to make sure kids these days are informed at a much earlier age than he was.
The kids are the future, so if they get this knowledge and information earlier, both sides, right? Not just Black students, all students, if they get this information, then our society is going to be a lot better because they're going to take it on in the future to have a better understanding of how this racism started, what Black people were doing before slavery, the greatness that they had.
Every week, Pruitt comes up with a lesson plan to teach kids about positive Black figures, culture, voices, and experiences. Lessons that go beyond what most of us learned in school.
Before slavery, we were doing a lot of great things, and those are things that should never be forgotten. I mentioned Mansa Musa. They did not know that, he was the richest man in history. They were saying Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, but I was like, nah, somebody that had a little bit more money than them.
Pruitt hopes that by laying this foundation and hope for our future generations,
yes,
Black History Month will turn into something that can be celebrated all year long.
Seeing them show up, and then when they learn new things, the response I get, and I didn't know that. Thank you for having this class. I would have never knew. That really warms my heart and just motivates me to find more stuff for them to learn and to look forward to seeing them every week.
In Madison, I'm Jamie Perez.
A lot of times this world can beat us down, but y'all got the greatness within you, and don't ever let nobody tell you that you don't.
News 3 Now.
Right now, there are just 10 students who participate in his weekly group. Most students are Black or mixed race and identify as Black. He says the group is open to all.
A dangerous weather system impacting much of the United States is now being blamed for at least 17 deaths. That includes 3 who were killed after an apparent tornado tore through a seaside town in North Carolina. In Texas, more than 3 million people are still without power as Texans are facing another night of record low temperatures down in the single digits. Austin's mayor says the state simply was not prepared for weather like this. In Canada, they are used to the snow and cold, so they are making the most of it by opening the world's largest snow maze this week. An unseasonably warm winter, it actually delayed the build and opening of the maze, which is up in Manitoba. When the polar vortex recently moved through, it was cold enough to be built. The maze is about 240,000 square feet.
And here's meteorologist Dana Fulton with a look at our forecast.
It is not quite as cold outside for us right now. That's our good news. We did wake up to a little bit of snow in Madison and mainly for areas southeast, especially towards Lake Michigan and in Milwaukee. So for the season now, that puts us almost to 41 inches this winter in Madison. We're a smidge ahead of schedule. Usually by now we're closer to about 36, 37 inches compared to this time last year, though. Last year we were closer to 45.5 inches. So a little less than last year, but still a little bit ahead of schedule. And right now we have some flurry chances as we look ahead through the 10-day, but not seeing many opportunities to pick up a lot of snow accumulation. Across the country, though, snow certainly the topic, or winter weather certainly the topic for most folks. As we look to Texas, they still have snow moving through the northern edge and mixed down to the south and into Oklahoma City, seeing those snow showers continue. Spotty snow showers in the New England area. Again, we did see that snow for us overnight towards the very southeast corner of the state, but we aren't seeing anything new moving overnight. No winter weather advisories or warnings that we're keeping an eye on in Wisconsin. That's all, again, stretching through the south where they're still dealing with that cold weather and the snow in the deep south for overnight and into tomorrow. Our future track is going to bring in a few clouds overnight, partly cloudy skies. It will become mostly cloudy by tomorrow afternoon with a slight chance for a few isolated flurries, mainly late in the day for Wednesday. As we head into Thursday morning, our overnight temperatures will not drop below 0. That'll be a little bit of a change of pace. We'll see our temperatures landing in the low single digits, and then afternoon highs on Thursday will be close to 20 degrees. So still below average, but still pretty comfortable outside compared to where we have been. Again, today we saw highs in the upper teens, close to 20, expecting that for tomorrow and as we head into Thursday. The 8 to 14 day outlook still bringing good news for folks that are hoping for a bit of a warm up. Likely will be trending above average. This carries us into early March. We will have a few opportunities again for some light flurries, maybe some some mix building in, but the temperature trend mainly the focus for us in the next 10 days. Skies will become mostly cloudy later in the day tomorrow. It'll be very cold outside still with high temperatures in the mid to upper teens, close to 20 degrees for some portions of the area. A light southeast breeze and the switch in that wind direction is going to help our temperatures get closer to 20 in the low 20s on Thursday, still holding close to 20 for afternoon highs Friday and Saturday. We'll get some sunshine in for the end of the week, and by Sunday, I'd even see highs close to 30 degrees with a chance for some snow developing late in the day on Sunday into Monday. Light accumulation possible. Again, a few more opportunities for some light snow, maybe a little mix towards the middle and end of next week, but we will have several days with high temperatures above freezing and those overnight lows up in the 20s, which is just a smidge above average, but I think a little nicer spot to be in compared to seeing those low temperatures well below zero.
Yeah, if the teens felt as good as they did today in the sun, I cannot imagine what the 30s are going to feel like.
Yeah, a blast of spring for us for the end of February.
Won't be long. I mean, you get to that Friday and it's almost the end of the month already, so
yep.
it's coming quick. Dana, thanks. Just ahead of the sports, Thursday's another tough test for the Badger men. Why Coach Greg Gard knows his team's defense will have to be on point against those Hawkeyes. Zach has sports next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Why am I so calm right now? Because this isn't a spy thriller. This is a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models.
Tick-tock, time's running out.
Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week is new and updated for 2021. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course menu at a special price for dining in at the restaurant or for takeout that you can enjoy at home. Dining with a choice. Don't miss Restaurant Week 2021, February 22nd through the 27th. Additional support provided by Wisconsin Beef Council and E&J Gallo Winery. For Restaurant Week menus and details, visit madisonmagazine.com.
There's a splash of surprise in every Wisconsin Lottery scratch game. Introducing 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100 times the cash. The newest multiplier family of games with prices of $1, $2, $5, $10, and $20. The bigger the ticket, the bigger the multiplier. With top prizes of up to $200,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your fort?
Sure, but the fort fee is 10 cookies.
Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
Why am I so calm right now? Because this isn't a spy thriller. This is a Nissan sales event ad.
Get a low $189 per month lease on the 2021 Sentra.
Tick-tock, time's running out.
The gauntlet continues Thursday for the Badger men when Wisconsin welcomes 11th ranked out at the Kohl Center.
And the Hawkeyes can score in bunches. They come in averaging just over 87 points per game, with 3 guys scoring in double figures. The Hawks are led by their big man, Luka Garza, and Greg Gard knows a lot is going to be asked of his defense.
Garza is, everything he's made out to be, really hasn't grown his game, has added pieces to his game. Wieskamp has been very impressive. Obviously, Bohannon is back this year. But a lot of pieces, a lot of depth, a lot of scoring punch. So they'll be a tremendous challenge.
High school boys hoops, McFarland taking on Platteville in their regional opener. First half, the Hillmen work it down low to Devin Digman, and he does the rest for 2. This one was tied early, and then the Spartans amped up the D. The block starts the break, and Dayton Gillen lays it up and in. Part of a 17-2 run that put McFarland in front for good. They move on with a 67-33 win. Bucks finally back home and finally playing in front of fans. Only 250 tonight against the Raptors, but Giannis got up for that. The two-handed block, good enough for another look. Giannis finished with 34 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 steals, and a pair of blocks. But in the fourth quarter, they couldn't really get a stop. Fred VanVleet downs one out from deep. Bucks lose their 4th straight, 124-113. It's been 8 matches up and 8 matches down for the Badger volleyball team, and it's been that easy too. Wisconsin has dropped just 1 set since their season began, and they're swinging with a lot of confidence right now as they get ready to face Michigan State this weekend. Now, is Kelly Sheffield worried that his team is too confident? Not for this group, because the Badgers know what's on the line.
This group is really driven. They've got big goals. They've worked their tails off. They want to hang banners up. And they want to be remembered. They want to be legends. As far as Wisconsin volleyball goes. And so I don't worry about them. Being too full of themselves where they forget who they are.
And Brett Anderson will be back for the Brewers for another year. His deal is reportedly worth $2.5 million. And the Crew also signed former Brewer Travis Shaw. Opening day, 44 days away. We're back after this.
The iconic Chula Vista Resort, Wisconsin's most complete resort experience. 80,000 square feet of indoor water park fun. Loads of other fun kids love. Hundreds of completely renovated rooms. Take a break at the iconic Chula Vista Resort.
Still a traffic jam. Just better views. Still your to-do list. Just getting more done. Still packing up. Just a little easier. The Chevy Silverado, making life's journey just better.
Right now, get $4,250 cash allowance on this 2021 Silverado. Plus, eligible GM credit card members get an additional $1,000 in bonus earnings. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
President's Day means more savings at the Brothers Maine President's Day Super Sale. Get in right now for the sale of the season with more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We've got a lot more satisfaction for you at Maine, like up to 18-month 0% financing and free delivery to make life a little easier. Hey, there's more home satisfaction at the Moore store. The President's Day Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more satisfaction today at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Every year, thousands of Wisconsin residents make the difficult choice between eating or heating their home. So News 3 Now and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund would like to thank all who donated to our Week of Warmth. Your generous gifts of warmth will directly help your neighbors in crisis. For more information about the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, visit kwwf.org. Week of Warmth for the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, sponsored by Viridian Homes.
Madison Magazine's Restaurant Week is new and updated for 2021. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course menu at a special price for dining in at the restaurant or for takeout that you can enjoy at home. Dining with a choice. Don't miss Restaurant Week 2021, February 22nd through the 27th. Additional support provided by Wisconsin Beef Council and E&J Gala Winery. For Restaurant Week menus and details, visit madisonmagazine.com.
Stop in
into Menards and get everything you need for your vehicles. Menards has a great selection of batteries, antifreeze, cleaners, wiper blades, and more to keep your vehicles in great shape. Check out our great selection of motor oil from top brands that keep your car running smoothly all year round. Shell Clean Engine Motor Oil provides value and performance in a trusted brand. Only $1.99 per quart. Now during Menards Race to Savings Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
The iconic Chula Vista Resort, Wisconsin's most complete resort experience. 80,000 square feet of indoor water park fun. Loads of other fun kids love. Hundreds of completely renovated rooms. Take a break at the iconic Chula Vista Resort.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, here's some video from Amsterdam in the Netherlands. A shirtless and pantless man is doing a little ice skating on a frozen canal. Something locals say hasn't happened in many years. Well, this guy wandered a little too far away, and abruptly went face first into the water. That'll learn you. He was able to get out without being seriously hurt, and it's actually one of several incidents in Amsterdam where skaters have recently fallen through the ice.
Well, let's remember, it is Amsterdam.
That's true, yep. Need we say more?
I don't think we have any open water like that around here, Dana.
I cannot imagine so.
But it is starting to feel a little bit better out there. We're seeing some light at the end of the tunnel.
We are. And today, of course, we had that sunshine. Like we said earlier, high temperatures today, upper teens close to 20. So it did feel really nice outside. And we're going to stay close to 20 degrees for afternoon highs for the next several days. In fact, we might even get some sunshine along with that for Friday and Saturday. Tomorrow, clouds will come through in the afternoon with a slight chance for a few flurries. Overnight lows still cold for us into the weekend. By Sunday, another opportunity for some light snow, possibly leading to some snow accumulation into early Monday morning. Another chance for snow expected late in the day on Monday, and some flurry chances for next week. But those temperatures next week, likely going to see highs in the mid-30s and overnight lows in the mid to low 20s. So we're really moving in a good direction for those temperatures for those hoping for a little bit of a warm up.
Well, he seemed happy ice skating, that guy did.
That guy did. But
Thanks for joining us.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.